But first up on India at 9, I want to get straight to the heart of the matter and find out what exactly happened and why is it that so far at least no action seems to have been taken. N.S. Megarik is the Commissioner of Police of Bangalore City. He's now joining us at the top of India at 9. Thank you very much, sir, for speaking with us here on the program. First of all, the African students who were assaulted, and that includes this young woman, they have alleged that there was a delay in the FIR being filed, that the local police refused to file the FIR. They were in fact telling them to get the Sudanese person, the driver who mowed down this woman to death, to get him in return for their freedom. I mean, walk us through if any of this is true.
I would correct the reports. The media report today in one of the newspapers says all these things, which is not correct. As you have mentioned in your talk, that there was a case of accident, and after that the second car goes, and they were also perhaps mistaken identity. Then they were assaulted, including the driver. First, the driver was assaulted. Immediately, the police rushed there and rescued the driver. He was taken to hospital, and these three people remained there. After that, what happened, nobody knows. And
one second, Mr. Commissioner, I'm sorry to interrupt you, and I apologize.
I'm coming to that.
There is a slight delay as well. I just want a very specific question answered. The pictures that we are showing show that there are policemen who are standing there looking on, even as that car is burning and even as those students are being assaulted. Those pictures don't lie. Those pictures are there. We're playing that out even as you speak. So when you say that the policemen went there and they immediately rescued the driver, you know, we find that a little hard to believe. You look at those pictures, there are policemen who are standing there as onlookers.
The irate mob assaulted the driver. The driver was rescued and taken to the hospital. Okay, and then the mob burnt the vehicle. That is a fact. We registered the case immediately and took up the investigation.
No,
and after that, the assault on the woman was not there known to anybody.
Didn't the assault on the woman also happen immediately after? How is it that nobody there knew about it? In fact, the woman's claim is that she and her friends rushed to the police station right after this, you know, saving their lives by the skin of their teeth. They rushed to the police station and they tried lodging an FIR, and the police refused to lodge an FIR for hours.
I'm sorry to say, what you say is it's absolutely incorrect. It is wrong to say that they came to the police station. In fact, the driver, we have registered the case based upon the complaint of the driver who was assaulted, who was with these four people.
Okay,
so there was no
question. Can I ask you a
simple
question, Mr. Commissioner?
Didn't react, or
Mr. Commissioner,
we were there.
Can I ask you a very simple question? Has anybody been arrested up until now? This incident happened a couple of days ago. Has anybody been arrested for the assault on this young Tanzanian woman?
The assault on this young woman was not known to us. It has been known to us only today, after the local newspaper has written all those things. We have called that woman, we have recorded her statement, and we have taken it truthfully. We will definitely, we are at it since morning. Our DCP, our teams are there, and we are identifying the people who are responsible, the accused responsible in the mob. We cannot.
Mr. Commissioner, you are telling us that this incident happened. Your policemen rushed there. They took out this driver and they came back, and you had no clue. The entire police force of Bangalore had no clue for 48 hours plus that something like this had happened to this young woman, until the TV channels picked it up and until the newspapers picked it up.
No, it is not so. We had registered the case immediately, and we are at it, arresting those people.
No, you just told me, Mr. Megarik, you just told me that you were not aware of this till this morning, right? Didn't you just say that?
It is warning specifically about the complaint of the woman. The specifics what the lady has mentioned in her complaint. We were not aware. None of the people who were there with.
Exactly. And in the same breath you say the case was registered immediately. which is not true.
No, case was registered based upon the complaint of the driver who was there with them. Case was registered. The first assault was on him. He was taken in a police van to the hospital. We took him to hospital.
This woman
and
says,
based upon his complaint,
this young woman says, she,
further.
along with her friends, went to the police station and they refused to file an FIR. And you are now confirming to us that this case of assault against this woman was registered only this morning.
It is absolutely incorrect. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it is. I'm sorry to say she has her own statement is there with her. Her handwritten statement is there with me today, with us, and in her own statement she has clearly stated that for 2 days she was out of shock. She was not communicating to anybody.
No,
and today only she has come
how
out
do you
and told
expect us to
I'm
believe,
sorry
Mr.
to say
Commissioner,
that
Mr. Commissioner,
or anybody has
with
gone
due
to the
respect,
police
how do you expect us to believe that you had a team out there, they took out the driver, they came back to the police station, but nobody, either in the police station or on the constables who went there, nobody seemed to know that this has happened to this young woman.
Listen, they didn't come to. There's nothing. What you have been told perhaps is not correct. The fellow was the mob assaulted, and the fellow was the driver was the person who was assaulted first, and we took immediately the driver was taken to the hospital.
This happened.
And from hospital.
This
after
incident happened. This incident happened,
only,
Mr. Commissioner. This incident happened almost immediately after this car was assaulted upon and the people were pulled out, right? Your policemen went there upon hearing about this. They pulled out the driver, but they were oblivious. They were blind to what was happening right next to them when this woman was assaulted.
No, it is not correct. I would like to say that whatever is being talked, the Bangalore city is not racial. We do not have any kind of racialism here. It's a metropolitan city. It's a cosmopolitan city, and we have police. As a police commissioner, I can assure you the African communities. We are always there in touch with them.
Wasn't there an incident, Mr. Megrick, since you've made this into a question of Bengaluru city?
I would like to clarify that
1 second.
We have sub-zero tolerance.
Can I ask you this? No, this is not about tolerance or intolerance. This is about rank racism. And if you don't get it, I'm sorry. But since you made this into a Bengaluru city issue, wasn't there a case that happened last year against 4 students from Ivory Coast? A case where 4 students from Ivory Coast were also assaulted
this particular case. I'm not aware of the facts. What happened? I'm not aware of what happened there. I was not the commissioner that time. I'm not aware of the facts.
Sir, I'm a TV journalist. I'll give you some basic facts about what happened then. I'm a TV journalist. I'll give you some basic facts about what it's in a place called Kotanur. It's in East Bengaluru. It happened in 2015. 4 students from Ivory Coast were assaulted in almost a similar fashion. In almost a similar fashion, by the way. So when you say that Bengaluru city is tolerant and is not racist, I would tend to buy your argument. But I'm sorry that when you tell me, Mr. Megrick, that you don't know about this case because you were not commissioner then, I find that hard to believe.
It is not there. Please don't. It is not correct to say so because it's a case of road rage.
It's a case of road rage?
The victims are there, foreign nationals. Yeah.
This is not a case of racism?
We will take action.
Mr. Megrick, this is not a case of racism?
Of arresting people.
I'm asking you a very simple question. Was this a case of racism or not?
Pardon? No, absolutely. I 100% say it is not a case of racism. It's a case of road rage. This is what
it's not a case of racism. It was a case of road rage.
Is unfortunate, and we are at it. We are definitely.
This is nothing to do. This is nothing to do with the fact that This is nothing to do with the fact that these students happen to be from Tanzania. This is nothing to do with the fact that the mob mistook them for the earlier car party which mowed down a woman. This is nothing to do with the fact. This is nothing to do with the fact that this lynch mob was downright racist. The Commissioner of Police of Bangalore is saying that this is not a racist incident.
It is not racial incident at all. It is not racial incident at all, and it has nothing to do with this with the race. It is only a case of road rage, and we have taken up this seriously. And we are at it. We will arrest the accuser. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Megrick. I'm not sure if people watching this program either in Bengaluru or across this country are any more reassured by the words of the police commissioner. I mean, it's bad enough that there seemed to be a delay in the registration of this case. It is bad enough that this woman, for no fault of hers, was assaulted. I think it just makes it worse when the top cop in the city says that this is not a case of racism. I mean, if this isn't, God alone knows what is.